It's that time of year again. Halloween is just around the corner.
The dark side has never been stronger.
So let's celebrate this year's festivities and make an army of zombies using Photoshop. And not just any army of zombies. These zombies will be resurrected and led by a Sith Lord.
A Sith Lord?
Yes. This video is not sponsored by anyone, but I recently got a lightsaber from Nsaber. What I hold in my hand right now is the Ahsoka Lightsaber Special Edition 2023 lightsaber. It blends iconic elements from Ahsoka Tano's distinct design, like her tiger stripes and facial tribal markings. It is crafted for you to cosplay and easy duel alike. The lightsaber is built with a sturdy polycarbonate blade and a durable aluminum alloy hilt. This lightsaber also has a second hilt, which I didn't get, but if you want the chance to get an Ahsoka Special Edition lightsaber for yourself or any other lightsaber, visit Nsaber's store. The link is in the description down below. And who knows, maybe I'll save up enough money and buy some more lightsabers myself.
Your lightsabers will make a fine addition to my collection.
I wanted to see how good my Halloween costume would look with the lightsaber. And I was impressed. My Plague Doctor mask and my Warlock costume blend so nicely with the lightsaber. So today, I'm going to turn my Sith Warlock picture into something spooky using Photoshop. Since zombies are more present around graveyards, that will be the overall setting for my artwork. So without further ado, let's see how this turns out. Alright, so the first thing I'm doing is using the Select Subject tool to crop myself out of this background. It's a much easier and faster tool than tracing over the subjects with the pen tool. There, easy as pie. Now it's time for the background. I've got a field of grass with trees and a graveyard image. I started on using the pen tool to crop out the tombstones. I know I used the Select Subject masking tool on myself, but I had a mostly blank background, and the tombstones are a bit harder to crop out without the pen tool. Point is, the pen tool is extremely useful, and I have different methods of cropping out subjects. Next, I deselected the sky with the trees and the grass fields, and then I fixed the edges because they are terrible. I also had a large mountain range for the third layer of the environment, and an image of Mars, which I wanted to use as a moon. I did eventually, but I also had another moon surrounded by clouds because clouds and moons make for a spooky combination. After some adjusting, movements, and masking, it was time to throw in some shades, color balance, and color fills to add haziness to the environment. Highlights are also an important factor since the moon is our main source of light. Exposure and hue and saturation layers are a huge asset for this. I was personally not a fan of how my picture felt small in the composition. Well, myself felt small in the composition, so I went back to the original image, changed the dimension to a 4x5 and used that instead. I took the background from the other composition and put it into this new one. After some adjusting, movements, and adding more elements together, it looked much better. Could I have just cropped down the original image instead? Yes, I could have, but what's done is done, and I didn't really think about doing that until I found out later. You know, I thought about changing the mist from a purplish color to a green color, as a callback to Night Sister magic. Yeah, no, I don't think that looks good. Not really a fan of that, but hey, at least blue looks better. Yeah, blue definitely looks better. Now it's time to blend me into the environment because I currently look hideous and out of place. Color balance, exposures, shadows, highlights, those all come in handy. Oh yeah, and that image of Mars? I finally found a use for it. The planet that I'm standing on, it currently has 2 moons in the sky. Now it's finally time to add in the zombies. The images that I found were from various corners of Google, and the scary looking monsters, those are all 3D elements from Envato elements. Shadows, highlights, color adjustment layers, they do wonders. Behold the process. I think it's time to give myself some Sith eyes. I had an image of Darth Maul, ripped out his eyeballs, and jammed them into my own eye sockets. I decided to add some glow to it and make myself look even scarier. Now I look like a Dark Lord of the Sith. Then I had the craziest idea. Why not add some Sith eyes for the zombies? So I painted some yellow eyes on each of the creatures, used blending options to make the red outer rim, and holy cow, that looks hella scary. It's like they have some dark essence to them, or they have some sort of connection to me. Whoa, that's cool. While we're still on the blending options, I made some adjustments to the lightsaber. I reused the red outer glow from the eyes, used a reddish-orange inner glow to make it look more three-dimensional, and added a solid color, which I set to screen. Why not add some misty images to add more eeriness to the composition? As if this wasn't eerie enough already. Since Sith Lords are well known for their Force lightning, I put in a lightning image, used warp to connect it to my fingers, and added a solid blue color over it, and used another hue and saturation layer on my cloak because the light is bouncing off of that. After looking at this for a while, this still doesn't feel Star Warsy enough, so let's add in some zombie stormtroopers. These were images of the Blackwing virus-infected stormtroopers, which is kind of poetic since the season finale of Ahsoka also featured zombie night troopers. next was to add in some extravagant colors to the entire piece. This would make the highlights really pop out more and add more vibrance to the colors. This will come in handy for the upcoming camera raw filter. Well, in all honesty, this was a technique that I picked up from watching a lot of Phase Runner and Benny Productions videos. Now it's time to add in some particles to give more life to the setting. Kind of ironic considering that we're in an environment filled with practically dead people. Dead people that have been brought back to life. So, undead people. Now it was time to add in the camera raw filter. There was a new early access setting called lens blur. It's just like the standard lens blur effect, but it separates the foreground subjects from the background subjects automatically, so that really comes in handy. And with all that out of the way, may I present the final result. And there we have it. This is my Sith Warlock leading a horde of zombies. This turned out to be a really spooky art piece and really cool, so I'm impressed with the result. This took me a total of 6 hours and 16 minutes to make, so I really appreciate it if you guys would spread the support and love. But that's all for today. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons to watch more videos, and don't forget to follow me on my social media platforms. And as always,
I will see you in the next video. Happy Halloween.